Hello and welcome to what will become the greatest experience you will have on YouTube. My name is Cynthia and this channel is called the Melanin.Audacity Nefertari Experience. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you the two main types of videos I will post and what Melanin.Audacity Nefertari stands for. So stay tuned, don't change that channel. Welcome back. I have my notes prepared, so forgive me for looking down. I want to make sure I don't miss anything, and I want to make sure that my message is clear. So let's get to it. After more than 400 tumultuous years of oppression and inequality, the time has come for African Americans to unite to begin the process of developing solutions that resolve and or mitigate the issues plaguing our communities as well as our representation in America and around the world. Then develop a plan of action and execute the plans together for ourselves. For too long, there has been a deliberate division between us that has hindered our ability to come together and collectively take the steps necessary to obtain the respect we deserve. We have been conditioned not to trust one another enough to come together in support of common goals. This is why we have fought for acceptance, liberty, true freedom, equality, and inclusion with minimal success. The time is now to come together against all odds and move forward so future generations of African Americans will experience absolute acceptance and inclusion in societies all over the world. No longer will the variances in the shades of our skin determine the level of our success or failures, nor will it determine whether or not we are treated fairly. We have to take actions like those who fought to create the Megan's Law, for example. They identified an issue, developed a plan, executed the plan, and created a law that mandates that sexual offenders register upon release. Therefore, we are demanding absolute and unconditional freedom, respect, opportunity, equality, and inclusion, period. We will no longer allow laws to be on the books and or enacted that are designed to oppress us. We will no longer allow for it to be legal for corporations to take advantage of us. We will no longer allow public officials at all levels who have sworn to protect and serve to be racist. We will no longer lose our family members to illnesses because we cannot afford or have access to the best health care and medications that are subpar and price gouged so the wealthy can continue to control our destinies. We will no longer allow the entertainment business and media corporations to continue to perpetuate the negative narrative and disrespectful stereotypes adopted around the world about the black man, woman, and child that depict us negatively through music, TV, and film programming. We will no longer allow it to be legal to steal our ideas, inventions, intellectual property, and talent to bring wealth to others. We will no longer accept being below the glass ceiling. We will no longer accept not being allowed to own businesses and to own real estate at the same rate at which other races own businesses and own real estate in our communities, because we are being turned down for business loans and are victims of predatory lending practices that have racial undertones. And last but not least, we will no longer allow the higher education degrees we work hard for not hold any value when it comes to employment opportunities and opportunities for promotions. The videos in the Call to Action series will address these and many other egregious injustices that have plagued the African American for decades and still continue today. However, the difference in my videos is that each call to action is just that, a call to action. Not only will I present ideas for solutions, I will be looking for African Americans in the communities and around the world to chime in and offer your expertise to assist in helping us put together the most effective plan of action for execution. In other words, rather Puffy's words, don't talk about it, be about it. And here's our chance to conjugate with other African Americans to expand on those ideas, develop a plan of action, then issue a call to action to the community for the identification of the actions or steps that must be taken or are required to get the ball rolling. Finally, we will execute said plans and deliver said results, and ultimately we will be about it. The second type of content on the channel will address less egregious but equally important issues and current events affecting African Americans across the globe. In both cases, we will identify issues, provide perspectives. I will invite guests and subscribers to participate and contribute by sharing their perspectives and experiences on a variety of topics from A to Z. Another thing I hope happens is that we develop a community and begin to help one another by providing valid information, proper guidance, and general tips based on video topics. Before you know it, we will become one cohesive community, helping and uplifting each other get through. Because the way this country is set up right now, we all we got. It has been my experience that when an African American, such as myself, is passionate about our history, culture, and the issues that affect us, and we make an attempt to enlighten other African Americans, or we try to get us together to make a difference, it seems that as soon as you say black, you talk about slavery, or you mention the white man's part in our contention, some African Americans are simply not interested in having the conversation, and they don't show up when it's most important, even when they would benefit from doing so. And to a certain degree or a certain extent, I understand why. Our history is not pretty, nor has it had a happy ending. Additionally, too many African Americans will blame the victim for being mistreated or discriminated against. They have the audacity to say, stop blaming the white man for everything, as if all of us have had the opportunity to actually do what we want, go where we want, wear the hoodies that we want, breathe if we want, enjoy the comforts of our home if we want, start a movement to make a change for the better if we want, without losing our lives, is delusional and speaks to the division between us that I spoke of earlier. How does this misconception exist within the African American community? I love to hear your responses, so put them in the comments. Moving forward, so in an effort to gain as many supporters as I can, because this mission requires all hands on deck, I don't want to give anyone the opportunity to undermine my mission by saying that I am playing the blame game or using the race card, and to that end, I will provide as many facts and receipts as necessary until we have a seat at the table also. Furthermore, because using the descriptor black is offensive and aggressive depending on who you're talking to and what the subject matter is, I chose a less aggressive label, melanin, in hopes that it would entice those naysayers to watch and join in on the conversations. Even though I know I can't please everyone, but I have to do everything in my power to make sure that we get as many hands on deck before there aren't enough. I chose audacity because the word defines my fearless spirit. I have the willingness to take bold risks, including the risk of losing my life for the development of the movement I hope this channel will lead to. I am tired of the state of race, ethnicity, and colorism around the world, and we have to come together and act now. We can no longer sit back waiting for some Messiah to arrive and save us and allow these horrible atrocities to continue without there being immediate action and a demand for change that leads to valid and appropriate consequences and major repercussions with the same energy that is applied to African Americans for lesser offenses. I have the audacity to speak out on our issues. I have the audacity to provide ideas for solutions. I have the audacity to call on others to help put together a plan of action. I have the audacity to see to it that the plans are executed expeditiously. And we together have the audacity to deliver said results as a unit, unapologetically. We deserve total, unconditional equality. Nefertari, the first Negro queen of ancient Egypt. Nefertari was the wife of Egypt's great imperial leader Ahmose. She is responsible for working alongside him, where she co-founded and developed the 18th Dynasty Empire. According to the book From Slavery to Freedom by John Hope Franklin, 3rd edition, published in 1967, she is described as a Negro woman of great beauty, strong personality, and a remarkable administrative ability. These are just a few of her remarkable attributes, and if you're interested in looking her up online, make sure you look up Nefertari Ahmose. There are two Nefertaris online. I, on the other hand, feel that once I learned of her, I went through this matrix and I am her reincarnation, reborn to work alongside other queens and kings to build up a nation of African Americans longing for their place in the world. I will do everything in my power to provide support and my exceptional administrative ability toward the uplifting of African Americans to our rightful place in this world as human beings and equal contributors who are just as worthy of the same opportunities afforded to all other races in America and across the globe. This is my calling. It's time to take action. Don't talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it for sure. Definitely talk about it. But also be about it. This channel is for those who, like me, are also tired of the blatant, unfair practices that have plagued us for centuries and want to also be about it and contribute to the next insurgency that will lead to total respect and inclusion of the African American, or whichever label that we will be identified as a result of the outcome of the movement for absolution. I hope you now have enough information to give you an idea about this channel and are excited about becoming a part of the movement for change. If so, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and press the notification bell so that you are notified when I post new videos, which, by the way, I am working diligently toward. This is such a process. You have to have the right equipment, which I do not have at the time, but I'm working on it with your support, hopefully. However, I will still use these methods by which I've made this video until such time. And with that said, don't forget to check out the description box for more information on Melanin.Audacity Nefertari, which, by the way, I understand is a mouthful, but as we move through this and you're saying it, you'll get used to it. I have to as well. More information about Melanin.Audacity Nefertari, how to support the channel so I can get the equipment I need, and my social media and contact info. And before I go, I want you to remember two things. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is a visual call to action. And two, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. Don't be late. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell in that order. And until then, see you later. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I hope you join the movement.